Watch this.
It really is a sight to behold here on Marble Lane in the Greenbrier section of Fairfax County. That three-story addition to a home built in the 1960s that's now the talk and outrage of the neighborhood.
I mean, it looks like a townhouse. It looks like a portion of a townhouse that has been added on to a small A-framed one-story house.
Courtney Leonard lives literally in the shadow of the new addition being built onto her next-door neighbor's house.
Design-wise, it doesn't look anything like what it's attached to or anything else in the neighborhood.
I'm sorry, but can you imagine if your neighbor built this right next to you? I mean, look at this thing. It's literally blocking all the sunlight to your property. Here's an aerial view of it. In the news report, it says that there's like 3 generations of family living in this house, and they need more room. They're basically building another house attached to the original house. They filed permits, and the county approved this design. Even the neighbor said, we're not living in HOA, so you can kind of like do almost anything you want. Would you have a problem with your neighbor building something like this next to you? Before you walk out of your door and, nice and bright sunshine, and now you have a whole other building, okay, blocking all the sunlight onto your property, your driveway. Now, I'm going to give my point of view as a realtor. You're building this for your big family. This would not be a problem if you have, say, like at least an acre or more. But when you sell the property one day, and you will sell it one day, who is going to buy this property? I'm sure the seller is going to demand high dollars because they added this whole new, we'll call it addition. It's practically another house onto the property. I don't know the market down there. I'm rounding off numbers here. Let's just say this house without the addition will sell at $500,000. And now you're going to demand to sell it at over $1 million because of what you did. Is a buyer going to buy $1 million property in this neighborhood? There is a saying, you do not want to be the best house in your neighborhood. Not to say this is the best house in the neighborhood, but this is the biggest house in the neighborhood. A buyer going to spend that type of money in this neighborhood instead of another neighborhood that have $1 million properties in the whole neighborhood. At the end of the news story, news reporters said they have to stop work because they're building it too close to her neighbor's property line. Just imagine if she wants to sell her house. How does this affect her property value? So what do you think? Do you think they should be allowed to build whatever they want? Or would you have a problem with it? Let me know.